This is gonna be fun. Freaking taking initiative on this damn drive. Let's get it. Let me tweet out. I'm streaming the week 1 pick'ems for the BBR Pokemon Draft League. Let's decide who is gonna win together. Come through. Alright. It's gonna be fun. This isn't the watch together. Yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? I really like YouTube because you can just have the chat there and it's not as annoying as Twitch. Thank you, fam. We chilling. Having a nice little, nice fun stream, you know? Trying to take initiative with Draft League. Trying to grow this scene because I'm a part of it again. And I care. So... That's it. That's basically it, you know? I care, I'm a part of it, I'm gonna put in work. It's 1:32 in the morning? Oh, for you. It's 2:32 for youngster Joey over here. Well, he's not a youngster anymore, unfortunately. Ah, man. Yeah, we're gonna look at the matchups. I'm gonna wait a little bit, let some people pull up. Everyone come through. Would be good to see some of the classic coaches from the GBA back in the league. I mean, that's on them, right? I don't know which league I'm gonna be doing next. Nero, that is weird. Are you on the app? Because that should not be the case. Always Avalanche. It's gonna be a good time though. So this is the way this is gonna work, right? We're gonna look at the matchups. I'm going to show everybody who's playing who. I'm going to discuss which Pokemon I think are best, who might... I'm going to give like a percentage of who I think has a higher matchup versus the other one. Then obviously I'll take into account like the players and how they play and everything. I don't know how everybody plays. I'll be honest. Have you used Radza and Gold Crystal? Yeah, of course. And I'll let you guys vote as well via a poll in the chat. So it's going to be what chat decides, what I decide. I don't have any crazy graphics for this because I decided to do this on a whim. I love my team. I decided to do this on a whim, right? What up, Star? Nice. Well, MV still has overcargo for week 1. He just doesn't have it for week 2. What up, Silence? So this is going to be a little bit different for week 1. The stream did just start. Just dropped my water bottle. Great. It's literally only 3 minutes. I'm going to wait a couple minutes, let some people pour in. And we're just going to have a good time. Hey. And then we'll just decide and go from there. If you like this, obviously, you know, you let me know at every given point where we go. Do you want me to set up some graphics for the matchups? I can do it right quick while you talk about the first one or two. Wait, really, Starfish? I mean, if you can... Thank you. I love my team. If you can do it super quickly, like with a script or something, because I was going to talk to CB Marcus, but if you can do it like with a script, hell yeah. I mean, that'd be great. That'd be real nice. Again, I did this on a whim. I was like, yo, I want to talk about a draft. So it'll be a fun stream. What up, bro? Big boy. It's nice to see familiar faces. What up, Cuck? What up, Cuckoo? Are you ranking everybody's teams? I talked more about that. Hello. I talked more about that. I would say in the previous stream I did, where I kind of rated and talked about which ones I think were good. If you got a home for it, then I'd have a prep doc I can slap them into that with speed tiers and straight. No, that'd be great, Star. I'd appreciate that for real. My week 1 battle hasn't happened, Dominic, but thank you. Why would you have a delay? Why would you have to delay a week to reveal the results? What do you mean? The week 1 starts. Thank you. What up, Ultra Player? Week 1 starts Sunday, so it hasn't officially started yet. My battle ain't even up anywhere. Is there a Discord channel I could learn how to host a draft? I'm not sure. I'm sure there's plenty of Discords though. I'm playing Dell for week 1. But yeah, I have the matchups right here. right? Pretty. Oh, this is not very good. We got the matches right here, right? So, the reason the Scorpios didn't use the 23 points is because they got one of every single type not overlooped or overlapped, excuse me. So that's why they got Lechonk, because it doesn't matter. They got what they wanted, basically. Like, completely out of it. No. Week 1 goes live on Sunday. It's in-game. This is all in-game. Is there a full draft video like the old GBA days? Yeah. On Dre's channel. I have everything linked down below. What up, CB Marcus? This is going to be a lot of fun, though. So, let's talk about the first matchup, right? We got Dre versus Amel. Now, Amel has Lechonk. But don't let that Lechonk fool you, right? Dude has Dragonite with... I don't know why the Terras aren't here. But it has Terra Dragon plus Flying. Or Terra Flying plus normal, I believe. It's either Flying Normal or Dragon Normal. I believe it's Flying Normal, right? And then we have Scizor, Hisuian Zoroark, Tauros, Florges, Iron Thorns, Toedscool, Skuntank, Ice-Q, Armarouge, and Lechonk. Right? And then Dre got some pretty big threats. So he has Chi-Yu, Annihilate, Grimmsnarl. No, this is a live stream. I know it. I mean, his name is Daniel Reyes. I can't call him Dre to shorten it, right? Whatever. D-Ray. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Didn't realize I had to pronounce the D. We got Chi-Yu, Annihilate, Grimmsnarl, Donphan, Lycanroc, Dust, Earthworm, Quillfish, Blissey, Electros, and Haxorus. Actually, yeah, if you make that Starfish, that would be really good for the first one. So, obviously, automatically, right? You D-Nice. I talked about that in the previous one. Actually, I'm not going to talk about that again right now. I think there are some, but it was. I think some teams needed some changes. Like Dell which is my frequent matchup, needed some like a grounded poison and probably like a better rapid spinner and stuff like that. But you see Chi-Yu, right? Annihilate, Grimmsnarl. So automatically you're thinking of. Thank you, fam. Automatically I'm thinking like right screens plus Annihilate, right? Yeah, he gave himself. Screens plus Annihilate, right? Because screens, Grimmsnarl, Nasty Supply, Annihilate, or excuse me, Bulk Up, Annihilate, Chi-Yu goes insane. Oh, really? I mean, I know the Terras anyway. The Terras on this is Ghost plus Fairy on Annihilate, right? So, like Dragonite, in theory, unless it does like Terra Flying, is not going to be that strong into this team, unless it's like Banded. And even then, the Fairy type is Annihilate. So, I guess Bandit could technically be crazy, right? What up, King? So, I'm going to write down like what I would bring in this matchup. So, Dragonite, Scizor, Hisuian, Zoroark, for sure. Right? So, we got Zoro for sure. Annihilate. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this a little bit easier on me. Let me open this up real quick. I would not play Bloons, ever. That's fine, Keto. That's completely fine. You know, I'm going to fix this real quick. We're going to make this work easy. It's going to be it's a little bit... Come on, Nick. It's a little bit ghetto today, but we're going to make it a little better. But I'm from the Bronx, so... You should expect nothing else from me. I'll make this a little bit easier on me real quick right now, just so we can actually look at the matchup straight up together. Okay, we got that paste. Perfect. Get this going right here. And then I'm going to screenshot this. Alright. A little easier to look at. A little easier to think about it, right? Also participating in draft tournament, my opponent, very unpredictable. So what tips you have for me? Just build things you're comfortable with, dude. Who cares if they're unpredictable if you play well? You don't play for your opponent. Alright. This makes it a little bit easier. Are you a full-time YouTuber? Yes, but I do things on the side. But I am a full-time YouTuber. I've been one for a long time now, my friend. Alright, so this matchup, right? Obviously, Annihilate goes insane here, in theory, because Amel happens to have, like, the damn near only Pokemon that is immune to both Drain Punch and Rage Fist, which is Hisuian Zoroark. And the issue with this is that Amel's Hisuian Zoroark, obviously, what up, David? Obviously, Amel's, I do not do OnlyFans on the side. Obviously, Amel's Hisuian Zoroark will disguise itself as anything, right? It can disguise itself as Dragonite or Scizor. So, I think that's going to be the big thing. Like, in theory, Annihilape is broken, right? But I don't think it is. Let's actually look at Annihilape and see if it has anything that could actually touch this mon for decent damage. Earthquake. I mean, it doesn't have the best defense. Night Slash. So, maybe you'd run Night Slash on this Pokemon to deal with it. Because besides that, or Terra Blast with Fairy Terra. Later, fam. That's what I'm thinking. See your lives on my feet. I know I'm up too late. I'm thinking that this is, like, obviously Zoroark is going to be the bring, right? You're for sure going to bring. You know, I'm going to have the poll go on. Start a poll. Who wins? Who wins? Amel. D-Ray. There you go. Ask the community. You guys can vote right there. Overprep for Ape can open up weaknesses to the rest of the team. The thing is, there's nothing to overprep about. You just bring a Hisuian Zoroark and put Shadow Ball on it, which is Stab and Hyper Voice, which deals either with Ghost Annihilape or Fairy Annihilape. Now, if I'm D-Ray, I bring Fairy Annihilape, right? Because that helps me deal with Zoroark better. However, by bringing Fairy Annihilape, you open up a weakness to Skuntank as well as Scizor's Bullet Punch. There's no Shed Tail, though. They can't use Shed Tail. There's no Shed Tail allowed. What's wrong with the pig? There's no Shed Tail allowed, guys. Shed Tail's banned. Get Shed Tail out of your mind. That Earthworm can set up spikes, can coil. That's all I can do. Zero Shed Tail allowed. You cannot put that into your matchup idea. So feel free to change your idea. But that's the big thing, right? I feel like the Hisuian Zoroark mind games are going to be insane. Because if you look at D-Ray's entire team and look at Hisuian Zoroark, it can smash every single Pokemon. It's faster than every single Pokemon. Except for Lycanroc. So, right, like you have the base 110 this homie. And then you have the base 110 this. So that's the only ones that speed tie. It's faster than everything else provided no Scarf, right? Who sets the rules? It was the draft. The doc, and you can see everything down below. So I really don't think Annihilape is that much of a threat. And if it becomes Terra Fairy, like even then, I feel like Scizor obviously matches up well into that. And even Dragonite, which does not have to run Terra normal, right? It can run Terra Flying on this team, can smash it too. So I'm putting slightly towards Amel right now. However, in terms of like Chi-Yu obviously and switching into that thing under hazards, like you don't have very many. Tauros resists both hits and is, you know, there's a risk, right? Obviously there, because it resists both hits, but it might not take it well. Like he doesn't have to bring Tauros. He could bring Assault Vest Tauros. And the thing about Tauros, actually he should bring Assault Vest Tauros, because Assault Vest Tauros can also with Intimidate not only check Chi-Yu, but with Intimidate plus Raging Bull, it breaks screens too. So why weren't you at Colos and Alpharad's Pokemon tournament like Woofy? Because I'm not important. I'm not a big important person. If you get Quillfish, do you get Hisuian Quillfish too? Nah, it's not out yet. Earthworm does not get Glare, nah. But I will say, despite the fact... I'm not sure where you live, Zex. What up, Marky? I will say that despite the fact that... that Tauros kind of shuts down your top Pokemon tuber. On the competitive side, not really though overall. Ooh, we got some nice... Thank you, Starfish. We got some better graphics now. Let's go. This makes it a little bit easier. Okay. I love the speed tier matchup as well. So this is a big thing as well, right? Like Tauros shuts down Barraskewda, Lycanroc, Chi-Yu to an extent. It only shuts down Chi-Yu to an extent. Because, thank you, Starfish. It only shuts down Chi-Yu to an extent because Chi-Yu obviously has an insane special attack stat, and also it lets it... these picks are how draft players build always, by the way. Oh, wow, that's not how I build at all. I look at their picture, and I know speed tiers, so I don't like usually use the doc for that. Yeah, plus I can check on Showdown, but this is actually really cool that draft players use that. Ballhawk made this nice. Big shout out to them. Well, Lechonk is not coming. Yeah, so like obviously Chi is still a giant threat, right? Like Specs is insane either way, but between Roost Dragonite, potentially Assault Vest, Tauros, and even Florges being able to shrug it off, and if you go for like Dark Pulse, Florges shrugs it off. If you go for a Fire move, I mean Iron Thorn shrugs it off too. When week 1 starts Sunday, that's when week 1 goes up. That's pretty cool. So I don't think, I know it's not coming. You're right. You're right. Maybe Lechonk will come. I know it came in practice, so who actually knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe it might actually come. Grimmsnarl is interesting here. I don't think you can get away with like an offensive bulk up one just because of Scizor. However, let's see Grimmsnarl real quick. You still get Fire Punch though. Honestly, Grimmsnarl is actually not a bad pick just offensively. When can we watch the matchups? On Sunday. I'm going to do a watch together, but they'll be up on everybody's channel. So, like, Grimmsnarl's not bad offensively, right? Sucker for the Zoroark, if you figure out which one it is. Spirit Break for Dragonite. Fire Punch for Scizor. No, I don't think the pick sucks. I think it sucks in this matchup. That doesn't mean... Carter, appreciate you, buddy. Joey clears both of them. I'm not even playing. This is not me. But, again, I will say... I gotta give the matchup slightly to Amel because the mind games that Zoroark's gonna play, plus its ability to be faster than the entire team, like obviously there's a Blissey there, but Blissey's really a liability, right? It can't Toxic, it can Thunder Wave slow things down, and the Hazard Setter Toadscruel can smash something like Donphan, well, unless Donphan hits it with the Ice move. It's not my birthday, but thank you. The thing about Chi-Yu being Nasty Plot Psychic is that it has to win a speed tie versus Tauros to begin with. It has to also be fighting Tauros. Obviously, if Tauros comes out and there's no Intimidate, you're going to assume. Actually, Tauros might not even have Intimidate on this because it doesn't want to give Defiant to Annihilate. So that might be that mind game in that one too. I just think Dragonite's absolutely insane. Like, defensively, his means of dealing with Dragonite is basically Earthworm. Nothing else takes a hit. Grimmsnarl too, but if it's Terra Blast like flying, boy goes crazy versus him. So I don't know. And Dragonite being DD Roost is really, really insane. And his only means of dealing with Zoroark are really just Blissey. And I don't really like Blissey in this matchup. Because Iron Thorn just set up on it. It doesn't have Toxic right now. So you can Dragon Dance up forever. I don't really like the Blissey matchup at all. Personally. Maybe I'm wrong though. Appreciate you, Starfish. I just saw what you passed me. I don't know. Like, I feel like you don't even bring Blissey. I feel like if anything, you bring something like AV Electros to try and take on Zoroark and pivot around at the same time. I think you for sure should bring Grimmsnarl though, right? Grimmsnarl just getting up screens, even though they should bring Tauros with the Raging Bull. I feel like Grimmsnarl in general, just a reflect, and then if the thing Raging Bulls you can at least Thunder Wave it or Spirit Break. And then even like one thing, I didn't, Dark Rose, I appreciate you. I forgot to mention Barrascuda. Obviously Barrascuda is faster than Zoroark. That's one thing I didn't mention because it's hard to think about Barrascuda outside of it. Appreciate that, Dark Rose. Thank you for subbing. Barrascuda is kind of crazy. It does have Ice Fang, does have Close Combat, does have Liquidation, should have Poison Jab as well. So it's a really interesting Pokemon, I think. Good speed tier. Psychic Fangs as well if it still has it. So it has a decent speed tier. Maybe Barrascuda is not terrible. Now that I think about it. Barrascuda is not terrible. But on the flip side as well, like, I think Amel just has too much offensive pressure. You got Dragonite, Zoroark, Armarouge can even come if it really wants to. Because fire moves are really hard for them to switch into, period. Even because their water type isn't a... Evan, appreciate you, buddy. Their water type isn't a great switch in. Chi-Yu, Grimmsnarl, Donphan, Quillfish, Haxorus, Lycanroc. What type of Donphan would you bring if you bring Donphan, though? Is it just rocks, or is it just, like... Boots to just deal with things? Does Final Gambit fall into ghost types? No, it wouldn't work. Lumberry, Terra Dark. No, you can't Terra Dark. The Dragonite can only, I believe, Terra Flying and Terra Normal. And that's the only one that can Terra. And on D-Ray's team, you can only Terra Ghost and Terra Fairy with Annihilate. I guess Ice-Shark could do it too. I think Toadscruel is not terrible here either, right? Eats hits from Lycanroc. Assault Vest can also eat a hit from Chi-Yu, to be honest, too. With AV. Spores is Annihilate as well. Spores everything. Gets up Spike. Spike damage for Zoroark sounds insane. But more importantly, it just Rapid Spins Spike as well. Like, it comes in infinitely on Quillfish. Quillfish doesn't do that much to it. Thank you, X. If Flutterman was available, where would it go? It would go top 4 with the other mons. Yeah, I could see Vital Spirit this matchup for sure. But, I mean, that only gives you 1 Spore from Toadscroll. Carter, does Knight not go crazy here? It does. Appreciate the super chat, by the way. Dragon Knight does hella crazy. That's all I was talking about. Like, I feel like D-Ray doesn't have a lot to take it on at all. Like, yeah, Earthworm can take Earthquakes, but Fire Blast with special moves is potentially an option as well. Mix can work too. You change your Volt to Amel. Yeah, I don't know. I want to give it, like, if I have to do something slightly, like, just based on matchup, just based on the top 3 Pokemon and the Tauros defensive backbone, like, I guess technically Haxorus could be scary, but because it can't Terra, like, Steel or anything, because this one is locked, there's no Defog Scissor. Actually, yeah, it could be Defog Scissor, excuse me. It doesn't have Roost, it does have Defog still. Actually, wouldn't Toad's ability go through Vital Spirit anyway? I'm not sure that interaction as well. It might instantly wake up as well. I know I've used Rest on a Pokemon and then gave them Insomnia and then instantly woke up. So maybe they do instantly wake up. Maybe it's just, yeah, it can Spore anything, but Vital Spirit might just wake it up immediately. Because I know that interaction in Gen 4 is with Insomnia. So it might work that way. It might just be like trying to rest or to Spore like a Manaphy in Rain. It spores and at the end of the turn Hydration activates. Yeah, go ahead and test it. That'd be very fun. Let me know what happens, Stupidity. How does Amel deal with Bulk Up Annihilate? He has an Hisuian Zoroark to resist the fighting move, to be immune to the fighting move and the ghost move, and threaten it back with a Specs one. That's about it. But yeah, that's what I think. I would give it, if I had to give like a matchup, I'd probably give it 60 to Amel, 40 to D-Ray. Just because I think the top 3 are too insane. I think Tauros checks a lot defensively. And because of its priority, like I was saying earlier, Haxorus and Barraskewda can't be that giant threats because they can't Terra into like ghost types to resist extreme speed. They can't Terra to Steals because the only mon that can Terra is Annihilate. So I'd say about 60-40 Amel versus D-Ray. I think that's... Obviously, I'm not taking into account play or anything about the players, how good they are. But that's what I think I'm leaning at that. And it looks like chat said this is like unironic 90-10. I don't think it's 90-10 at all, King. I don't think it's 90-10 at all. I don't think it's that close at all. Like that far at all. At all. I think that D-Ray has a ton of Pokemon that can put in insane work. Like even like a Sash Chi-Yu. What do you do versus Sash Chi-Yu? You lose a Mon guaranteed to Sash Chi-Yu. Period. I'm just thinking like I think I may be exaggerating because I'm a huge Amel fan. Yeah, you are. You are. But chat seems to think 62% Amel, D-Ray 38%, which is about what I said. So 60-40. So we're gonna go 60-40 on that. So we're gonna put that here. 60-40. That's what I would say just based on the matchup, right? So we're gonna end that poll. And now we're gonna look at Kirby plus Matt. And once again, big shout out to Starfish. Appreciate you, bud. So we got the Kirby Matt matchup. Ooh. All right, let me put another poll up real quick for who wins. Who wins? Kirby Matt. Ask my community. Yeah, Bundle is amazing. Like, Bundle is so good here. Now, the Dragapult is Terra Ghost, I believe, and Terra Fire, if I'm not mistaken. Bundle actually goes insane. So, I mean, it's kind of hard not to give Kirby the matchup here. And I will also say that Volcarona is Terra Fire and Terra Water, which also goes insane too. So, it's really hard not to give Kirby just the matchup based on team preview, I feel like. I feel like it's really, really hard. But and the thing about it is that like Volk is insane, right? With Giga Drain, Quiver Dance, that's all it needs. It can run Terra Blast to deal with Rotom if it really wants to. Actually, Volk literally just runs Quiver Dance. Do you even need a fire move in this game? Yeah, for Corviknight. So Quiver Dance, fire move, Giga Drain, and then Terra Blast for Rotom if you really want. 3 attacks is insane here. it will probably get taunted. I mean, by what? It sets up on Corviknight. It sets up on Azu. It can set up on Rotom if it wants to. It sets up on Crook. What is it going to get taunted by? Frostlass? You just don't set up on Frostlass. That's it. Volt can set up on so many Pokemon just because it tears into a water type. Like, Volk literally gets to just tear into a water type. Bundle goes insane as well. Bundle goes insane. However, I think Bundle will be a little bit harder to... Yeah, but Aviazu what? It lives the Giga Drain, goes for Play Rough, and then doesn't kill with Aqua Jet. Sap Sipper Azu is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, but the problem with Sap Sipper Azu is that if you bring that and you have an Assault Vest on it to tank the hit from, like, Iron Bundle, you don't kill Iron Bundle back. So that's a pretty big problem in my opinion. Like, not being able to knock out Iron Bundle is really big. If I'm Kirby, I'd bring Volcarona Iron Bundle like 100%. 100%. And then if you want to deal with... If you want to deal with Dragapult, you bring either Gambit or Hippo, right? Fix that Azu is an interesting one too. Bampult isn't bad because they have no Dragon Darts immunity, because Gardevoir is not the greatest Pokemon to bring here because it kind of just gets messed up by Pult, Azu, Corviknight core. Like, I feel like Dragapult, Garganacci comes because Garganacci can, with a potential, like, literally a Pasho Berry, deal with Bundle plus Vulcan 1 potentially. Azu for sure comes as well. I think Azu for sure comes. Not a lot for Azu. Corviknight, so it can deal with pivoting in on Gardevoir. If it's Spadef, it takes on Iron Bundle as well. If it's not Specs, can deal with King Gambit via body. It actually always deals with King Gambit via body. I actually don't think you bring Gambit here at all. I don't think you bring Gambit here. The reason you don't bring Gambit here is because you can't Terra. And because you can't Terra, you can't beat Crook, Corviknight, Rotom, type of thing. No, there's no immediate Terra rule. There's just only certain Pokemon. Who are you looking forward to battling the most? Shoot, all my friends. Maybe Nexus, just because I like his reactions. Yeah, that's a big problem, Matt. Like, in this matchup specifically. Because your Pokemon are strong, but they're relatively slow, besides Dragapult, right? They're slow besides Dragapult, and I guess Frostlass. And Kirby's team, Iron Bundle just clears, right? And the thing is, you can run a little bit of... I mean, it has good defense, so it doesn't die to one body press. So you could even afford to run Modest Bundle here if you really want to. Just because it's probably more likely that Dragapult ends up running Adamant or Modest itself. So you can call... If you want to call that in the builder, you can call that in the builder. If you want to try and call that in the builder, you can call that in the builder. Oh, you definitely bring Toxtricity here too, I think. Versus the defensive core, it's good. You might not even bring Specs. You might even just bring Assault Vest too. If you don't win, we're going to start a petition to get a new Pokeaim. That's fine. But then it insta-wakes up with a dial. That's why I thought stupidity. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. You are, that's what I was thinking. I think either Hippo or King Gambit would come for Dragapult plus the Volt Switch stuff. But I think that Hippo has a better matchup than Gambit. Just because, like I said, Gambit cannot Terra in this. Our dogs are going well. And how are FPL sign up looking? Are we close? No, we need more people to sign up for FPL. Guys, if you are already a Twitch member, please join my draft league and join my Discord. It's free. The draft league, if you're a member, join it. They're really fun. It becomes a poodle channel. Punk Rock definitely is good there too. But do you bring Gardevoir though? I feel like it gets hardwalled too easily. I don't think it's that great. Infiltrator, little bit weak. Like if you're Specs, you can't... What button do you click? Moonblast? Corvi comes in anyway. I don't know. I'm streaming. I'm not going to read my Discord. What up, Pity? But yeah. So, I wonder... Do you bring Jugulis here? Because it is the dark type that can resist, but also doesn't die to Dragon Dart / Shadow Ball / even Draco Meteor. Maybe you bring Jugulis over King Gambit just because it's a dark type that resists Dragapult, but also doesn't straight up lose to Corviknight's body press. So I can see Jug coming as well. I feel like this is... I really feel like Bundle plus Volcarona just kind of destroys, right? I really feel like Bundle plus Volk just kind of destroys. And I do think Jug isn't a bad bring either. I think Jug looks better than King Gambit here. Because like I said, King Gambit cannot Terra. You can run Booster or Scarf, yeah. I think Booster's fine too. I think Sub Taunt is good too. If you bring Hippo, it might be Covert Cloak. I think another mon that we're really not looking at just because we always see it with Revival Blessing is Palmot. Look how insane Palmot is here. Close Combat, Ice Punch, Mach Punch, Double Shock. It's freaking good here. Let me see if Palmot has anything. Sub, when is your poll answer? I mean, I'm just saying Sub is an option. Let me look at if Palmot has anything that can actually touch Toxicity as well. What is this freaking name? Palmy, Pomo, Palmot. How dare they? Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to knock it out, but I'm sure it gets 2-shot by close combat. It also has Volt Absorb as well. So maybe you don't even bring Iron Fist, you bring Volt Absorb. That way Toxicity can't smash you either. I mean, Sarita's another mon they probably bring as well, right? Can switch in on Garg. It can run Salt Cure. Has I believe it still has Synthesis. Can Power Whip if it still has that. I know it doesn't have knockoff anymore, but can U-turn around still and Rapid Spin as well. Like, it's a decent mon. No. I mean, I think Life Orb Palmot's super strong. Like, Life Orb kills Garg. You can afford to run Adamant on your Palmot as well here. You literally run Adamant on Palmot. Yeah, Palmot Adamant is faster because it's already slower than Frostlass, but 3/7. It's a little bit weak, slower than Crook. So maybe you don't run that because Crook is just faster than that. Yeah, maybe you do. But I mean, you get a lot of bulk out of that, right? It's like typically you go there. You go there. And then you can go, obviously, Spadef, Fizdef, whatever works for you. I mean, do you need Grass Knot? Is Grass Knot literally better than Close Combat here? I don't think Grass Knot's ever... I would never want to cook Grass Knot here. First off, I'm probably bringing Hippo, so it's going to get a Sandstorm Protectors. But could AV Palma be an option? Yeah, AV Palma could definitely be an option. I don't think you ever bring Grass Knot here. Because, which theme is this? I got you right now. It's the Bead Battle theme by Glitch. I don't see why you would click that over like Double Iron Shock or Ice Punch ever. Because like you're more than likely bringing Hippo as well. Because it's a good wall to Dragapult with Spadef Carter. Would Hippo not be a high risk, high reward mon? I don't think it's a high risk mon at all. Because Hippo's just so you don't get... Appreciate the donation, by the way. Hippo is just so you don't get swept by a Dragapult set. Right? So you don't get swept by a Crook. So you don't get Volt switched and stuff and forces Boom Burst. So you can sit on Covert in this Pokemon and do everything. Right? It does give this mon special defense though, which is why I really feel like this won't run Grass Knot. I could be wrong though. But I mean, Palma literally smashes like everything. It can smash everything besides like Leafeon in one hit, and this guy in one hit too. This guy gets 2-shot. I mean, I'm sure these guys get 2-shot by close combat as well. So it's really, really strong. I think Palmat's insane here. Yeah, and Hippo's really good defensively as well. It can sit on Rotom. I don't think Moxie Crook with Scarf wins at all. You have Crocodile. You have Hippo to always sit on it, and you have Serena. It doesn't have close. It doesn't have knockoff either. You have Volcarona, which can definitely live a hit. It might be Cloak Hip Out on. You have Volcarona, which can literally Terra into a water type and set up on it, and Iron Bundle might be Booster Energy or Specs. Honestly, both of them are good. If Bundle can hit an attack, it would be really good here. Obviously, I think it will be AV Azu, like you guys said, or Thick Fat, like you guys said. But the issue with that is, it walls Bundle. If it had Toxic still, it'd be so good. Because it walls Volk too. But it doesn't. If you were Matt, how'd you prep for Bundle? The Thick Fat Azu makes a lot of sense. I'd probably throw on a couple Pastro Berries. Maybe Assault Vest on my... Maybe Assault Vest. I think not all of them. But they go up on Sunday. I mean, Volk wins without even doing anything. I think the other side is more so like Palma just putting in a ton of work and punching things out, and then Volcarona winning. Personally, you definitely don't bring AV Frostlash. Get the hell out of here. Can it kill before it gets killed? That's a good question. Let's run that calc. Iron Bundle. Let's just say the scariest thing possible, right? Let's give it a choice of X. Assault Vest, Freeze Dry. Whoops, that's an item. Apologies. The ability. Hell no. Hell no, it can't kill before being killed. Dude's taking 33 to 40%. Now, it doesn't have to be Assault Vest. This dude weak as hell. Yeah, it's taking the same thing. Hell no, it can't kill before being killed. Dude has 114 base defense. And this Azu is piss weak. 122 attack. Azu still gets superpower? I feel like it doesn't. It does get superpower. How much does that do? Let's see how much that does. Careful nature. Superpower. Okay, nice 35 to 41. Trash. I think most of the games got played, if not all of them. I haven't seen like any of the results except for like, I think I know MVs. Thank you, Starfish. I don't know, man. This is hard. I think this is harder than people are even saying. Yeah, just lowers attack and doesn't beat it. Why not Special Azu? What the hell is Special Azu doing? Grass Knot? No way the Deli Bird is heavy, right? Focus Blast. Hold up. Okay, let's give us... It got 60. Let's give ourselves a 70% chance. Let's see what happens here with this little Focus Blast. Hold up. This is some power. Oh, shoot! The tech. Now, when I miss this and get two-shot with rocks and sand... Oh, my God. I don't know, man. I think this is way too hard. It's really hard to weaken them. And, like, you have to worry about keeping Dragon Ball healthy to take on Volk. And the problem is, Dragon Ball has to worry about rocks and sand. Like, even if it's getting damage, I'm always up, fam. Even if it's taking damage or doing insane damage, like, it's taking rocks and sand every single time. So, Volcarona, I feel like, is really prone to win. You think it destroys their team? Leafeon cannot KO Volcarona if it does not Terra. So I would like to see how you think that. I'd give it a... I got like 65-35, I think, Kirby Matt. 65-35 Kirby Matt. I'd go with that. I feel like it's severely... I might even give him more. But I feel like it's severely in Kirby's favor. Just like this matchup, I think, is really difficult. Now, I do think that if they play again later on in the season, everything's going to change. And then it leans more towards a 50-50. Just because you'll get the experience from it. But, man. 80-20, I think, is like... So, chat says 69-31. So, chat's more so a 70-30. Which I think is fair as well. I think 70-30 is fair as well. All right, who's next? MV versus J-Bear. Let's open that. Let's load that up real quick. MV versus J-Bear. Alright, now I did a lot of testing with MV, and I'll be honest, I beat him quite a few times with J-Bear's team. However, oh, he also doesn't have Flamigo. He has Oricorio here for this week. I beat him quite a few times with J-Bear's team, and that's not a slight of MV. He beat me quite a few times for week 1 as well. So don't worry. Hello, Fire. So that boy has put me down as well. So not a slight of him. I'm just being honest. Who wins? Let's put MV. Let's put J-Bear. J-Bear's a really nice guy. Now, J-Bear's team is insane. The people want to know, is Walking Wake any decent in draft? I'll be honest, again, in the games we played, Walking Wake didn't do crap. Walking Wake did not do crap in the games we played for his testing for week 1. I think MV really does have to fight for his life, and let me explain why. First off, Banded Cinderace with high jump kick goes insane. And you're probably not bringing something like Cerulege, unless you're Solar Blade, into this matchup. I don't think Hydro Steam looks good at all, because you run Special Defensive Quagsire with obviously Water Absorb, and you have options like Special Defensive Dunsparce. You also have options like special defensive Klefki. So these two wall specs, but of course you can get it right. But you have like options like protect as well. So I think this is actually a pretty even, if not hard matchup. When I tested with Envy, I used Adamant. I used Adamant Ace, yes. I went Adamant Bandit, had jump kick Ace. And the U-turns I had jump kicks hella hurt. The other thing is that Envy's Terras are Terra Water and Fire. No, Terra Fairy and Water on Walking Wake. And Jaybear's Terra is Dragon and Electric on Baxcalibur. And Baxcalibur can run an Assault Vest with Terra Electric, and he hits from Walking Wake. I do think that Calm Mind, Hatterene, if in the right position, could be scary. But obviously you have Gengar as well. That's not Hariyama. That's Iron Hands. Hariyama's on the other side. I don't want to talk too much about the tech that I use as well, because if they end up playing, at some point in playoffs too, I don't want to give away what I use to do well in the matchup. Does Bax get freeze dry? That's a good question. Yes, it does actually. Pretty sure Baxcalibur does get freeze dry because we used it in AAA. We gave it one of its things. I think saying back 6-0s is a little bit hard to say because it could definitely get... I mean, the thing is that, like, Skullvillain is really strong in Sun, right? Life Orb, Flamethrower, 2-hit KO Cinderace, Solar Beam, 2 shots, Flamethrower and Solar Beam, 2 shots, Garchomp. And even though you're giving dude a thermal energy boost, like, you're doing so much damage. So I will say that Skullvillain is really good. I think the hardest thing for Envy is going to be positioning his Sun Sweepers to get in. Like, I really do think that it cannot run Moody. So I used EQ, Glaive, Ice Move, and Ice Shard here too as well. Yes. That's exactly what I used when I used it as well. With Assault Vest. Do I have a link for the updated building of the draft building sheet? I have this link that people can use. I don't even know if you actually bring Hariyama though. It's an option. I tried it in testing. I brought Quagsire to every test game as well. Skullvillain has Chlorophyll. It doubles its speed. It doubles its speed in Sun, so it is faster than everything on that team. It is faster than everything on that team. Lokix was an interesting Pokemon too, because the thing is, Life Orb First Impression doesn't knock out this mon, and Bandit just barely misses on the KO too. But Lokix is really... like I said, I feel like the thing for Envy's team is he has to try and really position his... Walking Wake and his Skullvillain to come in, which is very hard because he doesn't have a lot of U-turn. He does not have Flamigo in this matchup, guys. He has Oricorio. He has Oricorio in this matchup, not Flamigo. So, imagine Flamigo as Oricorio. This is not correct. But Sun is still very strong. I think Hat is decent here. I think Gengar is insane. Will-O-Wisp Gengar, Taunt Gengar, Destiny Bond Gengar could be really good. Garchomp is pretty crazy too. Look at Envy's Earthquake switch-ins. Like, very, very hard for him. The thing is, Tinglu tanks a hit from every mon on his team, but in this game has to tank a hit from every single mon. So, but that's not to say, like, he can do, like, Eject Button Hatterene, like all Sun teams do in OU. So, Eject Button Hatterene into Walking Wake or Skullvillain. I think Skullvillain a little bit better. It's just really nice. Yeah, I don't like the Oricorios in this matchup either. Like, if they could Terra into any type, I think they'd be insane, right? But... they can't. But yeah, Ace is kind of annoying. Chomp is definitely annoying. But the eject button, Hatterene could potentially get in Skullvillain. Or Flamigo style. Brute Bonnet, if it could Terra Fire, it'd be amazing here. But it can't, unfortunately. Like I said, Envy can only Terra his Walking Wake. I do feel like in this draft league, maybe we should have had free Terra. But I digress. Can't say anything about it. Keys is really low-key annoying too. Because Dazzling Gleam plus Flash Cannon is really strong versus Envy, right? It's good versus Hands. It's good into Hat. It eats a hit from Wake. $60%? Wait, what? Yeah, you can't bring Mouse Hold here. I think it's too hard to break through. Like, if you do bring Mouse Hold, maybe you bring, like, Tidy Up Protect for, like, First Impression and Ice Shard and stuff. It gets rid of substitutes and it gets rid of hazards. I don't think it gets rid of screens. Hey, what up, fam? Yeah, rough skin Garchomp. Oh yeah, but the problem is, how does Scovillain get +2 Lightning Break? First off, he has to get his Sun Pokemon in. Now Hatterene can, like I said, eject button is something that I could definitely run like regular Sun teams. He doesn't have Flamigo. Mousehole could U-turn if he had that. Revroom could Parting Shot. So that's like the biggest problem. Like most Sun teams in OU have Roaring Moon. If he had a Roaring Moon that could U-turn in on threats like Quagsire and stuff into Scovillain, that'd be great. I agree that Envy has an insane offensive presence versus J-Bear, but I also think J-Bear does the exact same thing. So this game is really going to come down to if Envy can position his Pokemon in. Would you run a more defensive Chomp? Nah, not at all. Maybe AV at worst. I just run straight up offensive. Like, his only Garchomp switch-ins are Hatterene and Ting-Lu, and you wear them down with Earthquake. And like I said, I think Bandit Ace is amazing. I used Bandit Ace when I was testing versus him. But just in general, look at Bandit Ace's high jump kick, right? You might bring Ceruledge here, but it's really risky considering, yes, it can have Solar Blade for Quagsire, but then it has to deal with Gengar, it has to deal with Garchomp, the Glaive Rusher is faster. It's a decent win con, but like low kicks his potential too. Hazard, Thunder Wave from Clefty shuts it down. I also think that J-Bear has like quite a few options he could bring for Walking Wake. I think Klefki has to come. But like, he doesn't have to bring Hariyama. He could bring the Dunsparce. Like Spadef the Dunsparce is pretty decent. Obviously Spadef Quagsire I think is really good too. Spadef Klefki. And then obviously AV Hariyama or Leftovers Hariyama with like knockoff Heavy Slam. Yeah, Glare on Dunsparce. The Dunsparce looks good too. That's what I'm saying. And then, I don't know. Wake is interesting. Wake is really interesting because Wake technically can live a hit from anything, right? So technically Envy could set up Sun with Torkoal and then go hard Wake. Yeah, Dry Baton Pass is allowed. You're right. Hatterene could pivot with Dry Baton Pass. I didn't catch that. It is 3:18 a.m. Does Envy's Trick Room have potential? Oh yeah, we're going to be watching the matchups on stream Sunday. Sunday night when I come back, if I'm back in time. If not, then Monday. But more than likely Sunday night. I come back late. What about Scarf Chomp to be able to outspeed? Scarf Chomp is interesting, but I don't think Scarf Chomp does Scarf Chomp outspeed Timid Scovillain? Because in that case, you would run Timid Scovillain, right? +2. No, it doesn't outpace that. That's faster than Scarf Gengar. So I don't think you can run Scarf Chomp here because Timid Scovillain. But that probably forces Timid Scovillain, so that's interesting. I heard Iron Hands is falling off. I see you watch my video. Trick Room would be an interesting way. It'd be interesting. Because then you can use Torkoal's... Oh, I didn't even think about that. Specs Torkoal would be really cool. Specs Boomber's Dun will go crazy. 0 kills. But again, I do think that Walking Wake is still insane versus J-Bear's team. It just, like... It has to get in. It has to get in. Iron Hand's pretty cool too. I think it checks back Excalibur with like a Shikaberry. Doesn't Ban Chomp just kill everything? Ban Chomp is a pretty cool idea too. Especially if it's a Eject and Hatterene to get in stuff. It's going to take like 70, 80%, 75%. I saw a sub Black Sludge trick Gengar to ruin Ting-Lu. That could be really strong in this matchup. When I was testing Gengar into Ting-Lu versus Envy, I use Will-O-Wisp Taunt Gengar with Hex and then Destiny Bomb. And then I just killed Ting-Lu. But in general, that's another thing, right? Like, yes, you have that, but Ting-Lu gets messed up by the Black Sludge trick. Like you said, that's really cool. Will-O-Wisp is pretty cool too. I do think Ting-Lu can run a Rest Talk set decently effectively, but like it has to deal with, maybe not Banded, but like high jump kick from Libero, Cinderace, and Excalibur. Shadow Tag is allowed, yes. There's no Shadow Taggers here though. But it is allowed. Yeah, he has Oricorio potentially. So, that's the biggest thing. But I will say, based on MV's skill, he could win. I want to say, though, this is 50-50. I want to say it's more of a 50-50. It's a point system, yes. That's why MV has more Mons. I think it's a 50-50. If MV can position... If MV had Flamigo in this matchup, I'd give it actually closer to MV. I'd make it like 65. Just because Flamigo would give him the U... He could literally lead Torkoal into whatever and then go Flamigo and U-turn out. Does MV bring Terra Fairy or Terra Water? Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy hits backs. Garchomp still lets you hit Quag. Hits Rotom in one. I wish Envy didn't pick Waker. That way I could get it. Yeah, I think Fairy for sure comes. The reason you don't bring Water is because you can't click Water move versus Quagsire. Because Quagsire will run Water Absorb. Mousehold isn't even bad, but it's not great either. Yeah, you know what? Instead of 50-50, I'll do 55-45. No, I want to keep it 51-49. I think it's going to come down to... Well, I guess screens could be a thing, too. He does have default on Oricorio, though. Yeah, that's the thing, too. Mousehold, in theory, could have been used here. Maybe like a Scarf. Scarf Mousehold might not actually even be bad. Because you just get damage on keys, you get damage on backs, you kill Ace. I do think Back's Chomp is a lot too. I'm going to go 51-49. Chat seems to say 69% MV, 31% JBear. I think that's a little bit... 51-39. I'd say like this because there were... I do think there's outs potentially, like a potential eject button. Hatterene could do something into like this. If you can get like Scovillain in enough, it could do a lot. Well, I mean, if he wants to U-turn to Brew, he would have to bring Oricorio. I'll do that. This is Draft League we're talking about. Actually, I'm going to give it to JBear instead. I think that it's really the what's it called? What's it called? The freaking Garchomp Bax is really strong. Bax is really good. Yeah, I think Envy has to be really creative here too. I agree. All right, Mephisto versus John Jr. Let's see what happens here. This is an interesting matchup. This is a really interesting matchup. Now, I mean, so the chat said 69-39%. Envy wins. Let's go based on this. Who wins? Mephisto. Mephisto has the dog. John Jr. No way Envy's playing his strongest cards against me? You mean for testing? I'm helping Envy test for his weekly games. He should be doing... Otherwise, if he's testing fake stuff... That's what I'm saying. Look at Venomoth. Look at Venomoth and look at this team. It's so cool. Obviously, Golden Goal can't get slept. But Arena Trap is allowed. Yes. Arena Trap is allowed. Venomoth is so cool here. Does Venomoth still have Roost? I feel like... Dude, I feel like if Venomoth had Roost, it's Schmixo's this matchup. It doesn't, though. Like, literally look at Venomoth. If Venomoth could Quiver Dance... If Venomoth could Quiver Dance and Roost with dual screens from Espeon, it goes insane. Obviously... Cloyster would be nasty, but unfortunately, Cloyster does not have Pin Missile right now. Cloyster does not have Pin Missile at the moment. Otherwise, it would be so good too. Wolchen is legitimately a good matchup here too. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm going to sleep after this. I'm knocking out for this. I gotta take a pill. But obviously, John Jr. has Chiempao, Glamora, Golden Go. His top three are pretty good in this game. Also, the Chiempao is Terra Dark and Terra Electric. Mephisto's Terras are normal and I believe fighting or steel on Luke. King's Rock is not legal. Pex is really good. Yeah, I agree. Toxic Spike is good. Toxic plus Baneful Bunker is really good to help check Chiempao. Obviously, though, it does have Terra Blast as well. Houndstorm is really interesting, too, because you can run Body Press plus Will-O-Wisp to deal with Chiempao, which are going to be faster than Insane. I think T-Tar Houndstone is really strong. Body Press is good. It hits Cyclizar for a 2-hit KO. It doesn't hit Wolchen for much damage, though. But you do have Last Respects to kind of cook everything, too. Yeah. Shetel is banned, correct. Cyclizar is his Rapid Spinner, as well as Quackable. Quackable is really interesting, too. Like a bulk up taunt set could be really interesting. Though I don't think that could break Salamence. I think Terra Normal Luke does go stupid as well. I agree. It's faster than, if it's Jolly, it's faster than Golden Go, and plus 2 Crunch can knock it out. If it Terra normal, Slowbro can't beat it even with like body press. Oh yeah, I think he was gonna change Terra fighting. But I think it's for the bullet. Specs Ments looked really interesting too. Like I really like that. Like Hurricane spam is really nice as well. I like the idea behind that. With like Intimidate, just clicking Hurricane if you could hit. Shocks for hazards isn't bad. Killer Rockster's pretty good here, obviously. It volt switches around and everything. Yeah. Nice, Nero. I'm happy for you. Slowbro smokes Lucario? Hell no, it doesn't. Under what? Not if it's under screens. You literally get Espeon for screens, and then you +2 with Lucario. As Slowbro comes in, you crunch 2 a KO it. If it's Cobra, you crunch 2 a KO it. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't think Slowbro smokes it at all. It can Thunder Wave and slow it down. I do think screens is like Mephisto's best way of breaking through John Jr.'s. Screen, Spec, Salamence are really good. John Jr. obviously just getting in Chiampao. Chiampao could run Boots. Probably does run Boots considering it's already going to be taking Sand. Doesn't want to take Stealth Rock. Fluffy's better than Sand Rush here. I disagree. With Sand Rush, you're faster than Pow. You're faster than Golden Go. Plus you can Will-O-Wisp. Sash Ductro is definitely an option here too. It's the fact that it can bounce back hazards on Glamour. That's why you would use Espeon over that. I think that's hella why you would use Espeon over that. Also, again, guys, if you are a member, please join the Discord and sign up for FPL. It's basically our version of the Smogon Premier League. It's a lot of fun. Iron Defense, Body Press, Psychic, Slack Off with Speed, Creep for Pex. Ooh. But that won't kill Pex in one. It just gets toxic in Haze. I don't know. Also, I'm pretty sure... thank you. I'll pass it to you, buddy. I'll pass it to you right now, if anything. Air Balloon Golden Go... I think Scarf or like... I think the Golden Goes you can run... Because you have 3 Rapid Spinners on this team, right? You have Cyclizar, you have Quacklevolt, you have Mortal Spin Dude. It's either like Sash, Cobra Berry, Scarf. Yeah, you wouldn't want to just tanking it. Mence is really strong here. Whether it's Specs, Dragon Dance. Even Dragon Dance isn't that bad. With Roots, with heavy-duty boots. Yeah, Callisto unfortunately does not have spin. Which sucks. It doesn't spin or pin missile. Otherwise it'd be insane here. Tyranitar with the right item can get kill after kill on its own too. Wo-Chen is actually really annoying for Mephisto. But like Toxapex can sit on it. Sludge Bomb and Surfs from Toxapex are really good too. Venomoth, if they can wear down Golden Go with spikes, sweeps. Like, legitimately. He does have a lot of options here, I agree. But I do think that he has to be careful about basically John Jr.'s Quacklevolt and, like, getting Chiampao in. Because whenever Chiampao... Because defensive backbone-wise, right, John Jr. has Wo-Chen, he has Slowbro. Even Sandaconda is not that bad. And, obviously, Dashbun, right? That's the defensive backbone. He can get up hazards with Glamour. Glamour getting up hazards, though, he might not even bring it just because of Espeon. Wait, has Morning Sun? Nice. I don't think you'd run Vacuum Wave, though, Coolio, just because surely Chiampao Terra Electric's here. Oh, of course Ice Beam Tar is good, too. Pex gets infested, trapped. Oh, if it's Taunt Infestation, that sounds nice. What tank would John Jr. use? I think Wo-Chen and Slowbro for sure. Cyclizar can obviously Rapid Spin, knock off, U-turn around. It can't Shed Tail, but it's really fast, and it also gives him... an immunity to Last Respect. So I think that Cyclizar is not a bad matchup at all. Yeah, Woe is really good. Terra Dark is definitely insane. But you can bring like Baneful Bunker Pex and pivot into to get Sand Chip and stuff. Basically, extreme speed, like SD Lucario is insane. Naspot Luke's okay. I think SD is a little bit better. Just because E-Speed is obviously very strong. Yeah, I can Ice Beam the Egg. You for sure bring Terra Normal. Yeah, Venomoth ain't bad. If it could, but it doesn't deal with Golden Go that well. It could in theory, I guess. Does Golden Go learn Psyshock? Do you learn Psyshock? It does learn Psyshock. I mean, Golden Go would probably bring Psyshock for it, right? How does JJ stop setup Cloyster? Slow, bro. It does learn Psyshock. So, I mean, it's always wall to... This thing doesn't get Shadow Ball, and Sludge Bomb's, Bug Buzz is 2 times resisted, not 4 times, obviously, because of the tinted lens. So honestly, I think Golden Go's an easy stop for this thing. Does it get anything that can touch Golden Go? Confused Ray. Nope, can't even touch it with that. Thief. That's funny. I mean, Venomoth in theory would have been really good with dual screens. Oh, it can Giga Drain. It can Giga Drain Golden Go. Hold up. Hold up. Can Bronzong tank one crunch with an Iron Defense or Cobra Berry? Yes. But if it's Bandit Tear Dark, I mean, that's going to do a lot. It does get Morning Sun. You're right. Thank you, guys. Oops. +1. Just to show you guys how little Bug Buzz does. I mean, a ripe 20 if it's going for Shadow Balls while you're Criven Dancing up is not bad, though. If it doesn't have Side Shock, that's not bad, right? Dude, it's doing 32 to 38. That's actually really good damage. With a Quiver Dance up as well, Shadow Ball does 38 to 39, and you're literally recovering 20% back per turn. That's good damage. Your head calcs are wrong. Your head calcs are wrong. Because, like, you can literally run Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance. And you Sleep Powder, you Sleep Powder on the Sucker Champao. I think Champao always runs Ice Shard, Sucker Punch, Crunch, by the way, or Terra Blast. That's why you don't Sleep Powder Golden Go. You Giga Drain. But I do think if it's Scarf Golden Go, it always runs Side Shock. And if it's, like, not Nasty Plot. Yeah, this is pretty big damn. Damn, you don't even need that, bro. You don't even need to run that. You run Modest for the diff. This hella needs screens. Hey man, why would I not be calculating +1? Also, you said 20%. This is closer to 25, 30%. I'm just saying. Non-fighting Chiampao feels like Lucario setup fodder. I don't know, because technically you could also run like, what, based on this matchup, you could run Sacred Sword, Crunch, Sucker Punch, Ice Shard, right? Ain't nobody running. If you run max HP Golden Go, why would you want to do that? You're either running enough for, I mean, +6 kills. Plus 6 hella kills. You're definitely running enough. You run some bulk, but you need special attack investment to be able to deal with Luke. Plus, you don't want Luke getting too, like, Luke could technically Nasty Plot too. Nice, Aaron. Yeah, that's still good, though. That's so funny, Anthony. Oh my god, that sounds sick. That actually sounds like a sick. Too bad that loses to Chiampao 10,000%. I don't think the bulk's kind of needed, because that's not your only check to Venomoth. All you need is damage on it, and then you knock it out with Chiampao's Ice Shard. Oh, I did talk about Sandaconda. I said Sandaconda is really good. Coil Sandaconda in particular is actually super strong here too, yeah. It only has to worry about special mints. I don't think Cloyster wins at +2. It doesn't deal with... Mayo, thank you so much for becoming a friend, bro. Thank you for the sub. Hey, we're about to hit 300 again. I think we're 8 away. Let's go. 5th time hitting 300 subs this month. On our way to 2,000. Much love. Join FPL. If you are a member, join FPL. FPL is the Friends Premier League. It's a showdown tournament that I have in my Discord. Yeah, unfortunately it lost Pin Missile. If it had Pin Missile, I feel like it's schmixed. Yeah, it lost Pin Missile too. Offensive Espeon, if it still had Signal Beam, if that still existed, would go crazy here, but it doesn't. It does not exist. I do think dual screens plus like Dogs with sub is really good though. He has to just be really careful about the Woe. Woe can definitely run Taunt too. Nice, Evan. It's hard. Yeah, Signal Beam's gone. Signal Beam been gone. I have no idea why they got rid of Signal Beam. Why the hell did they get rid of Signal Beam? I don't even understand what was the decision making. Yeah, we lost it in Gen 8. I don't even understand what was the decision making behind Signal Beam being gone. Whatever. Chat seems to think it's 51-49 Mephisto. Honestly, I like that. I'm going to say closer to 50-50. Because to be honest, John Jr. has insane offensive potential, but I think that screens go crazy. I agree with chat. I'm going to say 50-50. I think this is 50-50. I think this is 50-50 because I think depending on how well the screens are played, or even like Specs Ments just coming in, or Life Orb Ments, like a mixed Ments. Magic Bounce does ignore taunt, yes. What is the counter to Champao? Baneful Bunker, Pex, Lucario's E-Speed, Cloister. Senecon does not have a good matchup. Wait, what are you talking about? Senecon does a great matchup. Coil, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Rest is really strong. Really, really strong into this. Yeah, I think it's 50-50. All right. Chad seems to think 52% Mephisto. John Jr., 48% Mephisto. We'll close it at that. I think that's a good vote. All right, so now we have the OG versus Nexus. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, guys. I don't give a damn who Nexus is playing this entire tournament. I am always watching his battle. So sorry. Does not matter. I am always watching Nexus battle. Nexus has... I watch everybody's battle. But I'm always watching Nexus side. Nexus has the greatest commentary out of every draft player I've ever seen. Let me see if I can find it. Who wins? Why is your name not? There you go. We got that right now. Can we get this out? Can we get this? Can this poll get smaller so I can actually see stuff? I'm super excited for his games too. That's what I'm saying. I gotta find the that one Nexus clip is so good, man. Later sidelines. Literally, that's what I'm saying. That's why Nexus is being watched every week. I don't care who he's playing. I'm watching him every single week. Now, I'm gonna be real. The team on the left, I feel like, is one of the best drafted teams in this tournament. Period. I think it's one of my favorite drafted teams in this tournament, period. No, I was complaining about the poll not going away quicker. You can click it away. I cannot because I'm the one hosting the stream. You're not allowed to complain because you can click it away. I cannot. Gren looks very strong here as well. I agree. Like a Gunk Shot. Toxic Spike is really good. Skeleturge is really cool too. It can't tear a fairy, so Dragon should beat it in theory. I think the biggest problem versus this team is the fact that Great Tusk is going to come out and click button. It is going to come out and click button. Now, the Iron Moth is, I believe, Terra Fire and Terra Water. But Great Tusk is literally going to come out and click button versus Numb Nexus. Like, it can easily run Ice Spinner, Headlong Rush. Yeah, Nick, that was the greatest commentary in the history of Pokemon ever. Actually, can you... I got to find that. Hold up. I'm finding that. Let me tell you why I'm watching Nexus every single week. Let me find this real quick. It's A-Drive versus Numb Nexus. I don't even think you need Scarf, dude. You could run like Assault Vest with Rapid Spin, Ice Spinner, Headlong Rush, and Close Combat. I don't even know if you need Close Combat, to be honest. I guess it kills Granite one. Can Gyarados handle Great Tusk? To an extent, yeah, but it gets knocked as well. I'm gonna find this matchup. Where is this? Asia versus Numb Nexus. Pokemon Draft. Why can't I find it? This is such a great game. Yeah, Gyarados always lets in Rotom too. It could power up though. Numb Nexus versus St. Louis Rampardos. Was it the New York Metapods or what was it? Someone DM me it on Discord, please. Or at me on Discord for it, please. I gotta find that. We gotta show the clip. We have to show the clip. Nick, can you link it to me on Discord? I'll actually go look. I can't seem to find. I can't find it either. Like, what's going on? Anyway, so they're literally the best. Gyarados doesn't have Power Whip anymore. Garrett, are you crazy? How would they get rid of its best thing? Damn, dude. That's insane. Anyway, defensively, Screamtail just like sits on Iron Valiant forever. I do think that a Calm Mind taunt set could be very scary though. That's insane. Insane. But I do think a Calm Mind taunt Iron Valiant is pretty good. I believe he's Terra Ghost on this thing if I'm not mistaken. Aurora Veil with Abomasnow could be cool. It's going to be a little bit hard to set it up. Wait, you thought it had Power Whip when you were playing in prep? That's very funny. That's a very funny. That's actually hilarious. I'm going to be completely honest. But yeah, Tusk is insane. Moth is insane. Moth is Terra Water as well, so like it can Terra Blast Skeletor, which is pretty crazy. And Skeletor is not allowed to Terra back, right? Obviously, it can deal with Valiant as well. Booster Energy looks pretty crazy there. Screamtail just sits on stuff. I think Hydreigon is super good too because it can sub Nasty Plot and beat Clodsire. Clodsire could have Poison Jab though to break the sub. It needs a little bit of attack investment to guarantee though. Subplot. Yeah, exactly. Subplot also is really good. I think just subplot on both Rotom and Hydreigon is really good. But I think a defensive Rotom is a little bit better here just for Greninja check, Tinkaton check, Gyarados check. Breloom is a good Greninja answer. It's a good Titan answer to an extent because the Titan can just Belly Drum plus Ice Shard. I don't think that's going to end up happening here in this game though. I think it's a little bit hard to do that because Tusk, it can't really set up that great. Yeah, webs are pretty decent here too. Only form of hazard control is Noivern. Bulky Trick Rotom isn't bad too. You can mess up like Noivern, you can mess up Claude. Well, DD Hydra is on the other side. Hydra's on the side of this Great Tusk. Yeah, Brennan doesn't have to come for Gren. I think between Rotom, Screamtail, and Iron Moth being Terra Water, you're okay versus Greninja. If Iron Moth had Quiver Dance, it'd be a schmicks, but it does not. Luckily, I'm really glad they didn't give it Quiver Dance. No worries, Andrew. I can't find it either, Nick, and I had it the other day. It's insane. I do think Grendo is still insane, right? Like Gunk Shot, Ice Beam Surf, potentially Grass Knot. I don't know. I have to calc how much Grass Knot does to Iron Moth. I gotta calc how much Gunk Shot does to Iron Moth when it changes. Let's just assume it's Protean. And let's do Iron Moth when it becomes... Is Iron Moth heavy? I cannot tell if it's heavy. Wow, what am I saying? Water. Oh, it's pretty heavy. 60 base power. Wow, it's not heavy at all. So, 60 base power Grass Knot. But, I mean, if it Terra Waters, it doesn't take Dark Pulses. It doesn't take Dark Pulses as well, period. Ursaring's decent. I don't know if it beats everything 1v1, per se. Gets taunted, gets valianted. Yeah, I do think that between Great Tusk and Iron Moth, it's really hard for Nexus, though. I love Ursaring on this draft as well. It's pretty cool. You should drop it. so others can pick it up. Yeah, you should drop Ursaring so I can pick it up. I'm just going to be straight up honest. Just drop Ursaring right now so I can pick it up. Did you drop it? Let me look at your... Yeah, you should drop Ursaring so I can pick it up. I want Ursaring. It's so cool. I really like it. Yeah. Maybe you could do something with Hail plus like Titan in general, but like it's really hard. Let me know what normal I grab. Grafai. I literally... The literal normal you grab is Grafai. Literally Grafai. Like quite literally Grafai. 50 gifted to drop Ursaring easy? That's wild. Taunt Talon's pretty cool for Claude and stuff. Wisp. Top Great Tusk. I'm actually like, offensive Great Tusk is insane. It's really good here. I don't know if they'll break the game, but it'll be really good. Let me see. Let's see what normal types are available on the BBR dot. Let's see draft board. Let's go all the way down here and see what normal types are available. How come Ice Cube is free? That's a damn lie. Wait, this draft isn't... Did we give up on making this draft viewable? Why did we do this? How did we make a copy of the... I guess we can't. We did this because other people could use it. All right, let me look at the real draft real quick. This should be viewable. All right, so in terms of normal type, you can get Oranguru, Persian, Slacking, Tandemouse, Vigoroth, which is actually legitimately good in my opinion. How many points you got? You got 0 points left, and that boy is worth 5. So you can go 5 and down. That's crazy. Grafai is 6 points. That's a damn shame. You can't even get it. Holy crap. Like, I think Grafai actually works on your team really well. No normal type there. No normal. Ndidi? Ndidi Iron Mop sounds kind of crazy, to be honest. No priority versus you. Booster Gothitelle. Strong Psychic. Oh, I'm very excited for Dreads. Nobody's getting regular Dunsparce. Okay, you can get regular Dunsparce. That's not terrible. Stantler gets Eviolite. I'll trade you for Nachi Stack. Do I even have enough points for that one if I wanted that? I do actually. I do have enough points for that. I want Ursaring so bad. It's so cool. But I want Nachi because it gives me rocks. There's no good rocker left either. I can't even... Even if you said yes to that trade, I don't think I can even do it. But I do want Ursaring though. So maybe if you eventually drop it, I'll try and pick it up. I'm not getting Wigglytuff. That's what I'm saying. I gotta keep stack. But is it better than a Violite Nachi stack though? Maybe do a 2-for-2 trade. I ain't trading nothing. I'm literally keeping my team the entire season unless he drops Ursaring. If he drops Ursaring, I will literally pick it up for I will literally trade him for Nachi stack. As much as I freaking love Nachi stack just for, you know, what it means to me, I cannot trade it unless he's about to give me Ursaring. Because Ursaring is just so cool. I've had love for that mon since XD Gale Darkness was probably the time where I really loved that mon. But yeah, I would say that Great Tusk is insane here. And that as good as Iron Moth is, like as good as Nexus is, I would give the matchup to him like 60-40. Just because I feel like Great Tusk has literally no switch-ins. Well, I can't wait to use it either. So I would go 60-40. Personally. But this changes if this is like Booster Energy, Calm Mind Taunt, Terra. If this is Booster Energy, Calm Mind Taunt with Shadow Ball and Moonblast, that changes. If he brings that particular set, that changes. My team name is the LA Wakers, Los Angeles Wakers. It's, you know, a play on the Lakers. I don't live in LA. That's what I'm saying. I do think that Booster Energy, Calm Mind, Terra, Ghost, Valiant can do it. I do believe in that. Just try Valiant with Golf. If it Terra Ghost, you can't trap it. Yeah, we'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. That's basically all the matchups because, I mean, Hollow Kid, thank you, fam. The LA Lu... Did you just sub to me because your team name is the LA Lucarios? I see that on your little profile. And my team name is the LA Wakers. Hey, much love, dude. Much love, dude. Hell yeah. Anybody else have team names that they want me to change my team to the sub? I feel like this is my final decision. Much love. Look, man, my team, Walking Wake is cool. Yeah, this is me versus Dell. I'm not going to talk about this matchup because it's kind of like, obviously I'm biased. Talk about the matchup so you see what we can bring. All right. I'm not going to put it up there, though, because everybody's going to be biased. But, aim subscribe. This is really funny. This is our matchup right now, obviously. I guess I'll tell you what I noticed, but I'm not going to talk about the matchup itself. But what I noticed that Dell does not have a grounded poison type, so I'm obviously going to bring T-Spikes, period. Right? Like, I'm bringing Toxic Spikes. Doesn't matter if he has boots because I have 2 knockoff users. So boots are T-Spikes are definitely coming. He only has one Rapid Spinner in Kamala and no default. Kamala gets smashed by a lot of my Pokemon. And that's about it. That's all I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. He has some really straight up threats though. Like, it's almost my draft league name. Yeah. He has Roaring Moon, which is insane. Iron Leaves is pretty crazy. Envy was testing with me and he smashed me in the first test. Okay, I'll be honest. Envy smashed me in the first test. Oh, that'd be Fire King. He smashed me in the first test because he burnt me. He went for Flare Blitz twice and burnt 2 of my Pokemon. He went for Body Slam twice and paired 2 of my Pokemon. What's my Moon answer? I have Sylveon and a Ditto. And a Nachi stack. Like a little Nachi stack? You don't like a little Nachi stack? Little Nachi right there. Yeah, Iron Leaves have a legitimately good matchup as well. It's Terra Psychic or Terra Fighting, both of which are threats. And then he agility'd up with his Iron Leaves. Bring a Spothra into a friendly with friends. Oh, I bring a Spothra into everything. Shoot. My daughter's wedding, I'm bringing a Spothra right there with me just in case. You never know you can get a Speed Boost sweep. You gotta be ready. It's like when you walk around New York, you always wear shorts under your pants because you never know when you got a ball. You never know. I love Palafin. Yeah, Dozo's good into Palafin, though. You could obviously run Grass Knot, though. Ditto's really interesting here, too. Though, obviously, it doesn't copy Booster Energy Boost, but obviously I have speed. With, hey, Matt! Appreciate the sub. Thank you, brother. Thank you for all the love. Mimikyu, the Mimikyu I expect was like a red card Mimikyu because a lot of people use that for a Spothra. Why does Dell have a Pokeball? He does have a Pokeball. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because he's looking to catch another one. Bro, I haven't played ball since 2012. I ain't dropping no. I might still be able to hit a 3, but I need some practice, bro. Touching the ball. It's my secret 12th mon. You'll never see it coming. Predicting who will win each matchup? Yes, but this is the final one. It's me versus Dell. I'm not going to have like a biased thing of like what I have a team builder and everything in my battle. You know who looks cool here? If I could tear it, Lil Nachi. If I could have teared my Nachi stack, oof! That mon. That mon. Am I the only person with 2 Ubers? Oh, let's look at that. That's an interesting thing. Okay, so 1 Uber in Champal. No. John Jr. has 2 Ubers. Cyclizar, Champal. Shadow Tag technically is Uber, so there's 1 right there. Chi-Yu is 1, and Annihilate, so there's 2 Ubers right there, 2. Houndstone, there's 1 Uber. And Arena Trap, that's technically 2. Can you get out of my sight? This guy don't have no Ubers. I got 2. Iron Bundle, that's 1. None. Wake isn't, and I hope it doesn't. Rico, thank you for the sub, buddy. Appreciate you. Wake isn't, and I hope it won't be. Dragonite might. Dragonite probably should be. And then nothing here. So no. Yeah, we're almost at 300. I think we're actually 5 or 6 subs away from 300 members, which is awesome. Guys, if you are subbing, make sure you join the Discord. Anybody can join the Discord. It's free. But if you are a member or even like a Patreon or any, if you still sub to me on Twitch for some reason, join the Friends Premier League. It's a lot of fun. It's a good way to make friends. Yeah, season's gonna be great. So my first battle goes up Sunday at 1 p.m. versus Dell, and I have to go to New York that day. I have to do some things. It's my wife's birthday week. I just made her some chicken franchise today. It's actually my mom's birthday today on the 17th. My wife was on the 15th, but I made her some chicken franchise. It's been a minute since I cooked it. She liked it. I'm really happy. Some of us, Aaron, yes. What's the fastest Pokemon in the draft league? Champal, maybe? Figure 5 digits. See? Master Whoop! Thank you. Yeah, Palafin isn't that great. Yeah. Pass it over Discord, please. Please, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate the love. Thank you. Hey, I think we're 4 subs away now from 300 again. Let's go. Dragapult, yes, Dragapult, yes. Thank you. Dragapult. Wow, how could I forget Dragapult? I like Arcanine. So if you actually look, I'm gonna tell you guys about Dell's team. He sniped me on 3 picks. So Arcanine was something I was gonna get, right? Arcanine was something I was gonna get. Once he took Arcanine, I ended up getting Tauros because my original drop. Benadryl, thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate that, bud. Much love. Thank you for the love. Make sure you come through tomorrow. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I'm not ending it right now, but I'm just saying. So make sure you come again tomorrow. Much love. But so he sniped me on Arcanine. Evan, get the 5. Hey, we hit 300. Thank you, Evan. I appreciate you, buddy. Hey, we hit the 300. Thank you so much. Everybody join the Discord. By the way, watch out for Hurricane Slitherwind. Ooh, that's sick. Yeah, my team is very fast. My team has some great speed tiers. Like, I covered a lot of... I didn't realize how fast it is, but look how fast my team is. Holy crap. Much love, guys. I guess it does get... Oh, okay, so you passed me on Discord? Did you put it in the fam chat? Exclamation mark Discord. Join the Discord, please. Just put it in the fam chat, by the way. Yeah, he does have pellet. So look, he sniped me on 3 things, right? I wanted Arcanine at first, but what up, fam? Good morning. I can't Terra Fairy, so my Espathra can only Terra Psychic or Fighting, whereas Dell's Iron Leaves can only Terra Psychic or Fighting. So we're the same thing, which is really funny. So not this sheet in particular, but this sheet is. This sheet is available to the viewers. Yes, I was just saying, I wanted Arcanine initially, and Arcanine plus Hariyama was going to be my, my pick. I'd used Hariyama before; it was great in a lower tier draft, but I ended up obviously Arcanine got picked, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to get that. I'm going to get Tauros. So I got Tauros Fire, which is basically that. Put it in the fam chat if that's all right. Yeah, please, thank you, fam, appreciate that. We gotta watch this. So I got that, and then Dell sniped me on Pelipper and Dreadnought. I wanted both of those, so I ended up with Halucha plus Nachi. All right, this is why we have to watch Nexus every single. How did I not leave a like on this? What? I must have been watching it like on incognito or some crap. All right, this is why we have to watch this. I'm gonna put this on 2 times speed. I'll be putting things on 1.5 times speed when we watch. I already have another podcast right now. I can't bring it to the lock. Let me show you real quick. This is why we have to watch this Nexus games every week. All right, just listen to this. I literally left a like on this on stream like 3-4 years ago. All right, listen up.
Bruh. I'm gonna hit Fire Blast, and if he decides to say it, that's when I see Iron Tail. I'm just not.
I'm gonna put out 1.25.
I have more of his team right now. The Florgus is crippled. Manek is crippled. I've seen the Zork.
Just listen.
Look about Night Days, dog. I gotta watch the team builder.
Come on. Show me.
I can't feel my days. Oh my god, he didn't protect. That could have been a dead mon.
This is the best part. This is the best part right here. Just listen. Use your eyes and ears to listen, and your nose.
Yo. Don't go to Talonflame. 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 Yes! Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Hey, yo, nigga, what's good, little nigga? Hold that little dick, nigga. 65. Max defense. 65 min. 77 max. Come on, man. Oh my fucking god, dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
This was funny in regular speed. It's funny in 1.5 times speed. And it's so much funnier in 2 times. We gotta watch it in 1.75.
Yo. Don't go to Talonflame. 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 Yes! Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Hey, yo, nigga, what's good, little nigga? Hold that little dick, nigga. 65. Max defense. 65 min. 77 max. Come on, man. Oh my fucking god, dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
This is why, later Starfish, I appreciate you, bud. This is why we're watching him every single week. Every single week, he will be watched. Nexus's battle is what we'll be watching. Because he has some funny moments every single time, man. Man, it's so good. It's really, really good. But yeah, that's going to be a fun time. I can't wait to watch those. So the watch together is going to be happening, like I said, on Sunday. Thank you guys for over 300 subs again. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep that as the goal because every single time I come back, we've lost subs and we're back under 300. Since it changed to Terror to Ghost, right? I am. I made it Ghost. Hold up. But yeah. That's literally how I would do it. It's alright. I'm going to make my way to 2,000 subs. That's my end of the goal. Alright, but that's basically it. I'm not going to give my little thought on this one. I appreciate everybody coming through. Seriously, it was a great stream. If you like this, let me know because I will do this every single week. If you like this, I'll do this every single week. Maybe I'll have some friends join me as well, and it won't be at some ungodly hour. Just kidding. It'll always be sometime after 10, 11. But we'll see. Let me know. And I appreciate everybody coming through. Seriously. Thank you guys. I'll see ya.